Hey guys, my name is Moon and welcome back for more Umineko When They Cry, episode 4. So last time, Ginzo, he started his ritual and yes, he ordered all his furniture to start attacking the people. The six people, or the first six, are Natsuhi, Rudolph, Genji, Ava, and Hideyoshi, plus Rosa. And this time around, we're still with Rosa for some reason. I mean, she was removed from the game, and now we're here. So let's see what happens. I wonder where this is. I thought it was pitch black, but it looks like it isn't. After all, I can faintly see my own body. Without a doubt, there was some source of light. But even if I looked up at the ceiling or else the sky, there was only an expanse of blackness, and I couldn't see a proper light. My body alone was slightly lit, where areas everything else was sunk in darkness. That's what this world was like. It was almost as though Rosa alone had been abandoned in a forgotten world. As her mind grew clearer, she started getting nervous about why she was all alone in a lonely place like this. When she was about to call out, asking if anyone was there, she heard the patter-patter of footsteps coming towards her. They were light footsteps, so she thought it was probably a kid. She didn't sense anything disturbing, so she wasn't afraid. But they also weren't Maria's footsteps. So wondering who in the world would be in a darkness like this, she stared in the direction that the footsteps were coming from. As she did, a faint approaching silhouette came into view. Oh, it's Sakurako, or Sakutaro, I mean. It looked like a child much younger than Maria, so she can see him now. Who is it? I don't know this kid. But the expression on his face was like a lost child separated from his parents. As a parent with a daughter herself, Rosa felt as though her chest had been torn apart.
Uryu.
The instant the kid muttered that infantile word, she felt pain in the half of her face that had started hurting from the cold floor, as though it had been pierced by a long, thin, hard needles. I mean, it was last time, right? Without thinking, she pressed her hand against the side of her face.
大丈夫？まだ痛い？ありがとう、僕。ここはどこ？すごく寒いわ。こっちへ来て。ここにいちゃいけない。
The child took my other hand and pulled with a grim expression on his face. Rosa didn't have a clue what was going on. However, a single honest expression on a child can often tell the truth better than 100 words from an adult. She didn't know the situation, but even so, she dashed along with him, still being pulled. But this world, where nothing could be seen in the darkness, except for their own forms, it didn't even really feel like she was moving forward. Even though she was running, she couldn't even feel any wind. It was as though she was still inside a nightmare, that kind of unreal sensation. So even though I ran, I couldn't maintain my sense of balance and my legs got tangled and I fell. Even in a world that I didn't feel real, the pain of smashing my face against a cold, hard floor was reality itself.
ウリュウ、大丈夫？ごめんなさいね。頭が痛むの。
When the kid said that infantile word, Uryu, pain like being stuck with the needles ran through my head again, even though it had only happened twice. I was somehow able to understand the child's word, why do I keep saying word, was the cause of my pain. So I said so frankly.
ごめんなさい。
うりゅうという口癖をやめてもらえる？
うりゅう。
ちょっと、やめてって言ってるでしょ。
ごめんなさい。
I had the feeling that this child's apology caused a sharp pain in my forehead this time. What is this child? I know there is no malice in him, but when I'm around this child, my head hurts.
大丈夫？
It's pretty much the same, yeah. Are you okay? I mean, Sakutada's, yeah, repeating what he's saying.
早く行こう。ここは行っちゃダメ。
どうしてここにいちゃダメなの？ねえ、ここはどこ？あなたは誰？あなたのママはどこ？
僕を作ってくれたのはママだよ。
The child stared at me with round eyes. This kid's mama is me? Who? Who is this kid? You destroyed him, Rosa. I don't remember at all.
僕のこと忘れちゃった？ママが僕を作ったんだよ。
ちょっと冗談はやめて。私の子供はマリアだけよ。そう。マリアはどこ？マリアはどこなの？マリア！
I suddenly grew nervous about Maria not being there. Why am I all alone in a place like this? Where is Maria? I'm only able to be me because Maria is there for me. Yeah. Okay.
マリアはいるけど、今はマリアじゃない。今は会わない方がいいの。その方がママのためだし、マリアのためなの。マリアのためにも、逃げて。
何を言ってるの？マリアはどこ？マリア！返事をして！
マリアに見つかっちゃう。早くこっちに来て、ママ！
The child pulled on my hand again. He was probably pulling me in the opposite direction from Maria. So I stopped walking.
話してよ。大体、あなたは誰よ？あなたにママなんて言われる覚えはないわよ。
僕を作ってくれたのはママだよ。忘れちゃったの？マリアのバースデープレゼントにするために僕を手作りしてくれたの忘れちゃったの？
マリアの作太郎。
ママに作ってもらったライオンのぬいぐるみだよ。
The lion stuffed animal Mama made. A fierce, sharp pain struck me. It came from the palm he had grasped with his hand. When I knocked his hand away without thinking and looked at my palm, a hole the size of a thumb had opened there and deep red blood gushed out. It was a hole so big that I could see through the other side.
ウリュウ、大丈夫？大丈夫？どうしたの？
Sakutaro noticed my wound and panicked. As far as I could tell by looking at him, he couldn't understand why my hand had sustained a serious injury. But in my eyes, it felt like I'd been injured because he'd grabbed my hand. Regardless of whether there was malice in him, I understood that this child was something that would do harm to me, and he instantly seemed eerie.
あっちへ行って。あなたなんか知らないわ。作太郎は気持ち悪い下手くそなぬいぐるみでしょ。
Jesus.
私は知らないわよ。ママなんかじゃないわよ。あっちへ行って。消えて。
It's kinda sad. Slowly, the base of Sakutaro's neck was sliced in a horizontal line. It gaped open and the pitch black insides peeked out. No blood poured from it. Only an empty blackness peeked out. And again, he was gone by Rosa yet again. Then from the insides of the gash, cotton snow poured out, and as bits of cotton scattered, he slumped over. And then all that remained was a crumpled yellow cloth, and bits of cotton that looked like sticky, crushed cotton candy. A lion stuffed animal. And without a doubt, these were the remains of Sakutaro's stuffed animal I tore apart on that day while overcome by my emotions. The instant I realized that, a long sharp shriek that could rupture an eardrum tore the world apart. Why did Sakutaro show up? I guess it's for Rosa to remember what she did to Maria. So maybe Maria's revenge is gonna come soon? Like a flood from a broken dam or like a broken TV, Maria cried out in a high-pitched voice. Her voice, which made the ears throb, brought up two emotions in me. One was regret. Yes, I was overcome by my emotions and went overboard. It was a mother's desire to kneel down right away, hold Maria's head, cry with her, and apologize. In actual fact, I did that right away. I held Maria's head and apologized, crying. But Maria didn't stop crying. Now she's apologizing? She didn't do this when they showed it the first time, right? On the contrary, she rejected me, the one who had torn her closest friend apart and pushed me away forcefully with both hands. I mean, of course, yeah. You did that to her precious Sakutaro, and now you're saying sorry? I had been on my knees in a natural position, so I fell backwards easily. Maria scraped together the yellow scraps of cloth and cotton bits, buried her face in them, and cried even more. Watching that, another emotion welled up. It welled up rapidly. And then it burst. After all, she refused to make up with me even though I'd apologized, and there was nothing else I could do now, and it was all Maria's fault in the first place. And now she's blaming Maria? Goddamn, Rosa. I mean, it was her fault. That's why Maria was in that position. It was her, and now she's blaming Maria. Since she's too busy playing with stuffed animals all the time like this, she can't make any friends. And that's why people treat her like a freak. This is a perfect opportunity to give her some instructive guidance. After all, it's not like I was pampered all the time. Everything eventually breaks, is stolen, is destroyed by someone. Even I had lots of toys and treasures stolen or broken, mocked. I mean, the thing is, if you experience this, why would you want your children to experience this? And thrown away by my brothers and sisters and father and mother. But when I cried about that, while I might have shed a few tears, not once did I sob like this and trouble my parents. Throw a tantrum, get mad, hit the floor and kick and make a racket. Even though I always wanted to, I thought I'd get in more trouble if I did, so I always held back. It's because I held it in that I was able to become the wonderful adult I am now. At that moment, I felt something strange. The same feeling as when you use a tool recklessly and it finally breaks so that only the base is left. But I wasn't using a tool. I'd just been repeatedly hitting Maria's head with both hands, so I looked at my hands. From my wrist onwards, my hands had broken off, splintered and disappeared. As though only that part of my arms had become ceramic. No, as though all of me from the wrist onwards had suddenly become ceramic and had broken and fallen. They must have gotten filled with the cracks because I hit Maria too much before falling off. After all, aren't both of my wrists lying smashed by my feet? There was no pain, but the shocking sight of my hands breaking off from the wrist onwards made me scream.
Nani kore? Nani kore? Watashi no te.
これでもうマリアを叩けないね。
Ignoring my confusion, Maria spoke with an icy voice, slowly moving her hands away from her head, where they had been defending against my barrage.
何よこれ。私の手。私の手。何をしたのよマリア。これは何なのよ。何これ。何これ。
Behind Maria's back, a black silhouette had appeared. It was a silhouette of an adult. I guess it's Beatrice. Who? It is her.
娘の頭を撫で絵本をめくる温かい食事を作ることのできる腕ならば残してもよいかと考え
ママはマリアの頭を撫でるより叩く方が多いよ。絵本なんかめくってくれない。ご飯だって作ってくれない。マリアが自分で買いに行くの。でも同じお店に何度も行っちゃいけないし、顔を覚えられてもいけない。おまわりさんに話しかけてもいけない。なんで？どうして？マリアが悪いの？マリアはママに撫でてもらったり、絵本を読んでもらったり、一緒にご飯を食べたりしちゃいけないの？どうして？どうして？マリア悪くないよ。マリア悪くない。ママが悪い。ママが悪い。 は一緒に遊んでくれないけど、作太郎は一緒に遊んでくれた。本も読んでくれた。テレビも見てくれた。一緒にご飯も食べてくれた。ママよりもっともっと大切な友達だったのに。
悪かったと思ってるわ。でも仕方ないでしょ。ママは仕事で忙しいのよ。仕事で。ママの仕事が忙しいのは知ってるでしょ。仕方ないのよ。仕方ない。
そうだ、これは仕方なきこと。そなたの娘が傷つき、心を引き裂かれ、涙に血を浮かべることさえ、これは仕方なきこと。なれば今この場にてこのようなることになるもまた、全ては仕方なきこと。さあマリア、母を名乗った女の言い分は以上だぞ。許せるか否、無罪か、はたまた有罪か。
許せない。ママは有罪だ。作太郎にママがしたのと同じ目に合わせてやる。
Here we go.
ママを首の縫い目のところから引き裂いて中の綿をぶちまけてやる。
Maria's eyes ominously flashed blue. In that instant, invisible massive arms stuck their fingernails out and tightly grasped Rosa's entire body. As the bones all over her body made a sound like twigs being stepped on, they cracked readily and broke apart. Rosa had understood vaguely. The massive arms were probably her own arms from the time she'd torn Sakutaro apart. From a stuffed animal's perspective, her arms certainly would have been this massive. So she could imagine what would happen next. So what Maria is doing here is basically what Rosa did to Sakutaro. Damn. The sharp nails stuck deep into the base of the neck, and she heard the skin tearing with her own ears. Then as the two witches watched over her, Rosa's flesh was split into two, top and the bottom. When Sakutaro had been torn apart, the bits of cotton had flown about like snowflakes. But in Rosa's case, something like black, thick tar came out, filthily flying all over the place. There wasn't even a trace of red blood. It was something black, filthy and thick. It was probably what a bloodless, tearless human kept inside their body.
これはすごい。醜い。なんと汚らわしき中身か。見事であったぞマリア。さあどうか、そなたの復讐はこれにて十分か。そなたは母を許せるか否か。無罪か有罪か。
許せない。まだまだ許せない。有罪だ。
When Beatrice brandished her pipe cane, gold butterflies seeped up and restored Rosa's broken flesh in an instant. So this is technically what is gonna be happening again. No, in the third episode, it was Eva Beatrice, right? She kept bringing back Rosa. Like she would kill, then bring her back, then do it again multiple times, and now it's gonna happen again. Like one is not enough for Rosa. It needs to be a lot.
「一つの命で償えぬほどのそなたの大罪、身をもって知れ。
The debts of your sin which cannot be repaid by a single human life. Damn.
そして 自らの深き罪を思い出す。さあさあ思い出してごらんなさい。そなたがどれほどの罪を犯したのか。
The scale of your sin.
もしもし、ママなの？ママは何時に帰ってくるの？
ごめんなさいね。今日も仕事が忙しくて泊まりになってしまうの。
Ooh.
またお仕事でお泊まり？ママのお仕事、今日も大変だね。
ごめんね。本当に忙しいの。もうずっと会社に缶詰よ。外の空気も吸えやしないわ。ママの仕事は早く終わらすだけじゃダメなの。より良いデザインを上げないと次から仕事をもらえない大変な仕事なのよ。だからどうしても時間がかかっちゃうの。
わかってるよ。マリア、いい子でお留守番してるから、お仕事いっぱい頑張って早く終わらせてお家に帰ってきてね。
ママのお仕事を分かってくれてありがとう。明日美味しいケーキを買って帰ることを約束するわ。
ケーキいらないよ。ケーキ屋さんによって遅くなるより、その分ちょっとでも早くママが帰ってくる方が嬉しい。
大丈夫よ。早く帰ってくるわ。約束する。だから美味しいケーキを2人で食べて、美味しい紅茶を2人で飲んで、一緒に新しい絵本を読みましょう。この間買った狼と羊のパズルで遊びましょうね。2人で一緒に。約束よ。
約束。待ってるね。お仕事頑張ってね、ママ。
ほうほう、寂しい話ではあるが、互いを思い合う良き親子愛ではないか。何か問題があるというのか、マリア、そしてローザよ。
その約束は私はちゃんと守ったはずよ。次の日の夕方に約束通りケーキを買って、いつもより早い帰宅をしたはずよ。
マリアは知ってたよ。あの日の夕方ね、ママ宛てに着払いの荷物が来たけど、お財布の中のお金が足りなかったから。
That evening, a pay-on-delivery package came for Mama, but there wasn't enough money in the wallet.
ママにどうしようって相談したくて会社に電話したの。
Okay.
特別な時以外はかけちゃダメって言われてたけど、ママのお仕事の大切なものだったら悪いしと思って電話したの。そしたらママはお休みだって言われた。その日はずっと前からお休みに決まってて、遠くへ遊びに行っているって言われたの。
She'd gone far away to play.
マリアは知ってたよ。ママが嘘をついてるって。ずっと。でもね、サクタロがそうじゃないってマリアを叱ってくれたの。ママは毎日お仕事でとても大変。マリアを放っておいて遊んでるはずなんてないって。ママはお休みって言った人はきっと何か勘違いして言ってしまったんだよって。サクタロがそう言うんだもん。マリアは信じたよ。マリアは信じた。ママ大好き、ママ大好き。もちろんママだってマリアを愛してる、愛してるって。
ええ、私もよ。愛してるわ、マリア。
Ooh, look at this. We're seeing her in a hotel room. Damn. Rosa let out a deep sigh. Maybe she felt the weight of her words. Then she set the receiver on the bedside phone down. The dark room made the starry sky and the ground below the window stand out even more beautifully. On the table in front of the terrace was an old wine cooler, and the one she shared a glass with was gazing at the scene below.
娘さんに旅行って話してないんですか？
Oh my god.
行くって言って前にうるさかったんで、以来言わないことにしてるんです。
She was so noisy that I decided not to tell her anymore.
その方が面倒がなくていいんで。
娘さんが気になるなら無理に日程を組まなくてもよかったじゃありませんか。
でもそれじゃいつまで経っても予定が合わないし、それは気にしないでって言ったでしょ。
The slender middle-aged man, clad in white robe, gave a small sigh. Rosa reacted instantly to that slight action.
もう
But even that guy is saying like, yeah, like look at this. Yeah, like don't force yourself. But Rosa's like, no. She's the one doing this. Like she's the one who wants to do this a lot.
娘の話はなしにして。せっかくの上等なワインが台無しよ。
私はあなたに一人の人間としても女性としても魅力を感じています。
I find you fascinating as both a woman and a human being.
ですが、だからこそあなたの親子の事情に無理を強いてまでこうして時間を割くのは申し訳ないと感じています。
私と娘の事情は気にしないでくださいっていつも言ってるじゃないですか。あなたと二人きりの時に娘の話はしないようにしてるでしょ。電話だって下のロビーでうるさい酔っ払いがバカ笑いしてなければここではかけなかった。
ローザさん、こういう唐突な日程での旅行は娘さんのためにも今後は少し考えませんか？
This guy's even, yeah, he's feeling bad for what they're doing here. But Rosa is just like, I don't really care.
互いの日程があった時だけでいいじゃありませんか。
それじゃ全然日程が合わないじゃないですか。私はいつだって一緒にいたいのに。
それは子供の恋愛の仕方です。大人同士の恋愛はもう少しストイックであるべきですよ。ローザさんと一緒にいられる時間が長く取れないことは僕も寂しいです。ですがその限られた時間と機会で僕たちは十分に大人の恋愛を楽しめていると思いますよ。
それはもっと娘と一緒にいろと。
Yeah, basically telling you to take care of your daughter more. Yes.
女でなく母でいろということですか？
You can be both.
あなただって望んでいることでしょう。娘さんと一緒にゆっくり過ごしたいとあなただって思っているはずだ。僕は逃げません。僕との時間を優先するために娘さんを犠牲にするのは気の毒だと申し上げたいのです。
She's gonna get angry here.
奥さんとのより戻したんですか？
Did you get back on good terms with your wife?
別れるのが嫌になったんですね。
妻の話はしたくない。あなたが娘さんの話をしたくないのと同じです。
子連れの女は面倒だって思ったんでしょう。
そんなこと今までに一度も言ったことはありませんよ。
みんな子連れだと分かると手のひらを返す。あの子の養育費は気にしなくていいからと言ってもみんな手のひらを返す。あなたは娘のことを理解してくれてると思ったのに、やっぱり子連れだと嫌なんですね。
そうは言っていません。ローザさんのことを嫌いになってなどいませんよ。私が言いたいのは娘さんをもっと大事にしなさい。あなた自身もそれを望んでいるはずだ。だから娘さんに嘘をついて自らを傷つけてほしくない。そう言ってるだけなんです。
嘘つき。
So basically both of them are just bad.
私のことが面倒になっただけ。そうでしょ。
そんなことは言っていない。
いいえ、わかるの。私にはわかるわ。あの子を理由に何度も捨てられた私だからわかるの。雰囲気でわかるわ。そうよ、あなたもそう。他の男たちと一緒。子連れの女は嫌なのよ。バツイチは嫌なのよね。知らない男と作った子供の親になんかなりたくないんでしょ。 ええ、そうよね。その気持ちすっごいわかるわ。子連れの男と付き合ったことがあるけど、その気持ちすっごいわかったの。だから娘を理解してくれるあなたとなら一緒になれるって信じたのに。そうよ、あんたなんて邪魔だったのよ。
You were always in the way. Jesus. Okay. So yeah, I guess we'll take a break there. But yeah, I think for Rosa is how do I put this? She has been abandoned, I guess. Maybe yeah, left a lot by men. Let's say cheated or whatever. All that stuff. That's why whenever, and then now, especially that she has a kid, right? I guess yeah, when she starts a date, and then when I guess the guys know that oh she has a daughter, they just leave her, right? And then that's why whenever she's I guess dating a man, she's going like full force every single time. She doesn't want to get abandoned again. That's why even though she's leaving Maria, she wants to be with that person. Like even the you see the guy, right? Like you don't need to force yourself, he's saying, right? You don't need to force yourself to do this a lot. But for Rosa, she wants to. She doesn't really care anymore when she has a man like that. She just doesn't want to get abandoned, I guess. The feeling of being abandoned. And yeah, I mean, that's just, I don't know. I mean, you're leaving your daughter. Like even that dude is saying that you should go spend time more with your daughter rather than doing this. Right? But I guess for Rosa, she cannot do that. She doesn't want to do that. She wants to be with, yes, a lot more different men rather than be with Maria. She wants to be a woman rather than become a mother, I guess. Much more, I suppose. But that's sad though. You heard that? You heard that? You saw this? What you said to Maria here? You were always in the way. God damn. So cruel, Rosa. So cruel. Okay, let me see this. We didn't check more of these. No. I'm just looking at this. Okay. Switch aside. No, we didn't see the other ones. Chester, 00, a weapon of the Sisters' Cavalry which serves Pendragon. 00 is the position of their calm and composed leader. However, it is merely the role that was sought of her. Her true self is far more of a weakling. 00 excels in reconnaissance and as a vanguard and has enormous power to bring the enemy under control during encounters. However, her excessive power level has been criticized as inhumane, and it is not rare for her to be lynched and abused. Upon surrendering on the battlefield, her one eye tells of this without words. And you can see her ear though, it's damaged as well, right? Gaapu. One of the 72 great demons, she also is a friend of Beatrice. Grants a power of teleportation as the mage requested. She uses this wonderful power only for pranks. Her favorite trick is hiding keys and bags on busy mornings. Hiding keys in bags. Okay. However, this power of hers is an ultimate weapon that risks delivering the lethal blow to a locked room mystery. Her queen bee-like strikes would be probably penetrate all famous detectives and make them surrender. Does Ronove have a new? Not really. Angie? Sakutaro? But yeah, damn Rosa, man. Such a wonderful mother. Such a wonderful mother there. But it's nice that they showed it to us here. Her on the other side of the phone, right? It's just, yeah, it just feels, it feels sick what she's doing there, honestly. Feels very sick what she's doing. And yeah. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what Maria does, especially with this one, with Rosa telling Maria, "You were always in the way." I think, yeah, Maria is not gonna take this too lightly. We'll see what happens. So we're gonna continue this and do more of Umineko When They Cry episode 4 in the next one. So I'll just see you then, guys. Bye bye.